Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
Jeff Dunham. You're the other white meat.
How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it.
I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
Live from the Built Ford Tough studio at FedEx Forum, it's the Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South, on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Gary Parrish.
All right, I'm here. My name is Gary Parrish, speaking to you from Midtown Manhattan, New York City. Bennett Doyle back in Memphis, producing the program. Glad he's with me. Glad you're with me. Hope you're getting through the day best you can. And I hope you know, as a franchise, the Memphis Grizzlies are moving forward, and part of moving forward is getting excited about the future. And if you watched college basketball last night, I mean, it's hard not to get excited about the future as long as you get one of those guys that looked awesome. Lottery picks all over the place. Darius Acuff setting records at Arkansas. Dybansta setting records at BYU. Darryn Peterson looking awesome for 18 minutes and then just deciding that's all he's going to play. Another weird night at Kansas. We'll talk about it momentarily. First, though, quickly, let me set today's schedule for you. The next segment, I'm going to be joined by Michael Wallace. He, of course, senior editor, Grind City Media. I'll talk to him about all things Grizzlies. He's going to join me in the next segment. Mike Wallace will be here in about 20 minutes. When I finish talking to Michael Wallace, we're going to take a break, come back, do 5 more things you need to know, at which point we're going to discuss 5 previously undiscussed stories, among them Penny Hardaway's Tigers. We'll be back on the court tonight down in Tampa, trying to snap their 2-game losing streak. It's Memphis, USF, 6 o'clock Central tip, ESPN2. We'll get you ready in about 40 minutes. Rockets star Kevin Durant was asked in a media scrum on Wednesday to address allegations that he was trashing his teammates on X with a burner account. I'll tell you how he responded to that. We'll do that a little later on in the show. The Mavericks jersey that Cooper Flagg wore in the first half of his NBA debut, it has sold for $1 million. I'll ask Bennett what he thinks about that. We'll do that in just a bit. Hornets guard LaMelo Ball was involved in a traffic accident on Wednesday. It was caught on camera. We're going to show that to you. We're going to do that in the third segment. And the artist formerly known as Prince Andrew was arrested this morning in England in relation to documents released in the Epstein files that detail his longtime friendship with convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. Interesting. I'll get Bennett's thoughts on that during a segment we call 5 More Things You Need to Know. Then we'll eventually do GP's carryout, and we'll call it a day. So that's the rundown. We got a lot to get to, but I want to start first just by apologizing and being transparent. I travel with podcast equipment. In fact, I travel with it once now, and then I leave it here. The people at the hotel are nice enough to let me leave it here, and I leave it here, and then I the way it typically works is you plug it right into your computer, and this works, and everything works perfectly. But for some reason, that's not happening today. So Bennett, I can't really hear myself the way you can hear me or anybody else can. But I know that the quality of the audio is not perfect today, not what it should be today. How okay is it?
I think we'll get through, man. I think we're gonna make it.
It's just frustrating, like
I can tell you're a little frustrated.
Yeah, I don't like it when things don't go the way they're supposed to go. And sometimes they don't go the way they're supposed to go, and it's my fault, and I take responsibility. Like I forgot something, or I did something, or I was running late, and the reason this day isn't going the way it was supposed to go, that's on me. I accept that. I know that about myself. This really isn't my fault. You should be able to plug it in, and it should just work. And I don't know why it's not connecting, but hopefully I'll figure it out before next time I have to do this. Beyond that, I wanted to start with college basketball because I don't know if you've heard, but the Grizzlies are, quote, moving forward with the franchise in a way that led to Jaren Jackson Jr. being shipped away at the trade deadline and is expected to lead to John Morant being relocated later on in the offseason. Out with the old, in with the draft picks, I guess is the way we're doing this thing. Put simply, we're tanking, just like about a third of the NBA. And if you want to know why it was on full display last night in college basketball, Big Bet Bennett, I don't know how much of it you got to see last night, but there were lottery picks all over television. Hopefully one of them, maybe even two, end up being co-workers with us in downtown Memphis. That was a wild night in college basketball last night.
Yeah, I mean, I love college hoops this time of year anyways, no matter what, as just a college basketball fan. But I do, and you've talked about this a lot recently, it does feel pretty damn high level this year. Like it just does with these big brands. Like these games feel more competitive, evidence being that Arkansas-Alabama game last night. I don't know. There's a lot of star power. It does feel a little different this year than it has in years past.
It's great. And like I say every once in a while when asked, so often, and I don't mind it, whatever. People can react and love and, carry themselves however they want to carry themselves. But so often people who have jobs like me, like college basketball analysts, college basketball columnists, people who cover college basketball for a living, they'll say things like, this is the best sport in the world and nothing can touch this. And I've never been completely sure that that's true. Like, the NFL seems like it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. And, European soccer people seem to like that. So I don't know that college basketball is the best sport in the world. If I'm being completely honest, it's not always like my favorite sport. I kind of like baseball. That's what I grew up loving the most, baseball and college basketball. And I think sometimes I'm a little too close to college basketball, like I'm in it now, that it's harder to love it the way that I once loved it. So that shifts me a little more towards baseball because I'm totally detached. I don't know any of the baseball players. I don't know any of the managers. Mm-hmm. I don't know any of the general managers. So I'm just sort of watching it the same way everybody else watches college basketball. But in college basketball, it's in many ways my life, or at least my career. And so, you get real close to it and it looks different up close than it does from a distance. I think most things probably do. Either way, I'm not somebody who's just cheerleading all the time for the sport that I cover primarily. But I will tell you, it is awesome right now. It is as good as I can remember it being. And I was hired to do the job I'm currently doing nearly 20 years ago. So I've been at this a while now. And this is the most interesting, or at least among the most interesting seasons I can remember unfolding for a variety of reasons. The quality of play is high level, and that's a byproduct, I hope people understand this, of all the things that some people say they hate about the sport right now. In other words, if you're Florida, let's just take Florida specifically for a second. If you're Florida, you build this team, Todd Golden did, and last season you win the national championship. And then you lose Walter Clayton, you lose Denzel Aberdeen, you lose Elijah Martin, you lose your entire backcourt. And in most other eras of college basketball, the best and really only way to supplement your roster at that point is with the best high school players you could find. Probably high school players you signed back in November. So they come in, they enroll, they're 18 years old. So now you're trying to go back-to-back winning a national championship, and you got a freshman backcourt because the rest of them are gone. That's hard. If you want to know why it took so long to have repeat champions from Florida to UConn, it's because champions usually lose their best players, and you don't replace them with comparable players, typically. Well, now, you know what Florida did? They went out and remade their backcourt. All the frontcourt guys came back. Alex Condon, Ruben Chinyelu, Thomas Howell. They all come back. You got to have backcourt players, though. How did you get them? No, we're not enrolling 18-year-olds. You can't win with them anymore. Let's go get Princeton's best player, the best player from the Ivy League, and let's go get a 5-star prospect who spent last year at Arkansas with John Calipari, Boogie Fland. So now you got your returning frontcourt from a national championship team, and you replace your backcourt with experienced high-level college guards. Should it surprise anybody that suddenly you've got high-level college basketball? The best teams in the country, this is how they're built now. You bring back your best players, you might enroll an awesome high school player or two, and then you fill holes with guys who have already been awesome in college basketball. So you get better teams. The quality of basketball was awesome last year because of this. It's as good or better this year because of this. You're seeing that, but it's also in the data. Then you get this freshman class that is doing literally unprecedented things. This freshman class that is being described as the best freshman class ever. This freshman class that has half of the NBA tanking right now. Like a third, maybe not half, and certainly not half, but a third. A third of the NBA is actively not trying to win games right now. And the reason, in part, is because what you saw on television last night. Whether it was Darius Acuff, Labaron Philon, Nate Ament, AJ Dybansta, Darryn Peterson. There were projected lottery/top 20 picks all over television, and they were balling out. Let's start with Darius Acuff.
Okay.
49 points last night. Arkansas freshman record. This surprised me. Tell me if it would have surprised you. That is the most points a freshman has scored in a Division I men's basketball game since Kenny Anderson scored 50 against Loyola Marymount. He played for Georgia Tech in 1990. Think of all the freshmen who have been in college basketball since then. Kevin Durant, Derrick Rose, Michael Beasley, Kevin Love. All of the freshmen who have been in college basketball, and nobody had scored 49 since Kenny Anderson got 50 in 1990. That happened last night. Yeah, Arkansas lost in double overtime, perhaps the game of the season. But if you want to know why the Grizzlies and the Jazz, two teams that will be playing inside FedEx Forum tomorrow, I guess it is tomorrow, Friday night. The reason is because of people like Darius Acuff. He was incredible last night. Missed a shot at the end of double overtime that could have maybe sent it to a triple overtime. But regardless, he was efficient. He was incredible. Best player on the court. And somebody who is now getting talked about as, Darryn Peterson is one thing. Maybe Dybansta is another thing. But somewhere 3 to 6, you better start taking a look at Darius Acuff Jr. How much did you see of that?
I saw the whole game. I mean, it was awesome. And Labaron Philon was awesome, too. I mean, he had 35 points in his own right. So, it was a great game. I think that Acuff clearly, to your point, is going to move up. I think that he's a guy that was talked about as a top 10 guy and maybe now could be talked as a top 5 guy after last night. The size is something that maybe might scare you a little bit, but man, I mean, you just can't argue with what he's doing right now.
He's 6'3". He's got wide shoulders. I'm fortunate enough to sit in a studio with former NBA All-Stars and watch these games, and they pick up on physical stuff, just like the way somebody moves, the way somebody looks, the way somebody's built. And I was in studio last night with both Wally Zerbiak and Roy Hibbert, and they were both like, look at his shoulders. Like, he's got wide, he's got a good body. He's not little. Like, they look at Kingston Fleming's body, and they're like, he's sort of thin through here.
Yep.
Is that okay? But you look at Acuff, and he's just sort of built out a little better. So he was incredible. Kendrick Perkins jumped on Twitter last night and said, I'm trying to tell you guys, this is the best guard John Calipari has ever coached.
Ooh,
now, think about the...
Damn.
I don't know that that's true because he coached Derrick Rose, number 1 pick in the draft, MVP. He coached John Wall, number 1 pick in the draft. He coached Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, MVP. It seems a little hyperbolic, caught in the moment, to say that Darius Acuff is the best guard that John Calipari's ever coached, especially when, and this is sometimes, as somebody who talks a lot, I understand you can get caught up in a moment and contradict yourself, but it was like just last week when Kendrick Perkins said there's no reason for NBA teams to be tanking. There's no great player out there, including A.J. Dybansta. He's like, he's just a guy. You don't tank for A.J. Dybansta. Now, whether that's true or not is up for debate, but I don't know how 1 week, not to pick on Kendrick Perkins, but I don't know how 1 week you can say there's nobody in this draft worth tanking for. And then in the next week say somebody who's going to be in this draft is the best guard John Calipari's ever coached when John Calipari has coached Derrick Rose and John Wall and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, just to name a few. Jamal Murray, I mean, we could keep going.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know how you can say there's nobody worth tanking for, but there is somebody available who is better than Derrick Rose, John Wall, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That doesn't seem to add up to me. I don't know how you'd square those things.
No.
I don't know how you'd square those things, but I'll leave that up to Kendrick. He'll have to explain that another. That's up to him. Hey, it's not my job to explain what Kendrick Perkins says, all right?
Yeah.
But I did pick up on both of those things. But maybe that's a good way to go viral twice, right?
Maybe so. That's right.
You say one stupid thing, you go viral, and then you say another stupid thing and go viral.
Maybe so.
Maybe that's what... You know what? My eyes have been opened. I'm just now learning how to do this thing.
That's the key.
All right. I can say outlandish things, too. You ready? Darius Acuff is the best guard who's ever lived.
I mean, in college basketball, I mean...
No. I meant on the planet, in the
planet.
world.
Yeah, I got you. Nice. Okay.
Darius Acuff might be the best guard who's ever lived on the planet in this world. That makes just as much sense to me as Darius Acuff's the best guard John Calipari's ever coached. But, like, you know, whatever. This is how you do it, I guess. He is awesome. He was awesome. If he's a Memphis Grizzly next year, I don't know that anybody would be complaining. Nate Ament went big at Tennessee last night. You mentioned Philon. He went big for Alabama in a win. Dybansta got 35, became BYU's all-time freshman scoring leader. And then you had the Darryn Peterson thing. And, buddy, if I just got through telling you that this is as good of a college basketball season as I can remember covering, I am also comfortable telling you I can't remember a college basketball story weirder than this. For people who don't know, he's the presumed number 1 pick in the draft. He's been in and out of the lineup all year. Last night he scores 20 points in the first 14 minutes of the game. Halftime, Kansas is up. Second half starts, he's on the court, hits a 3. Now he's got 23 points. Signals to Bill Self, I need out of this game, with about 17 minutes left. Never comes back in. And for the first time last night, publicly at least, Bill Self expressed his frustration. He said, I thought we were past this. I'm surprised. He only played 18 minutes, and yes, that's disappointing. This thing has reached a level that is, there's no comp for it. I don't remember anything like this. Like, John Calipari, by the way, was asked last night about Acuff, who, I should have noted, played all 50 minutes of the double overtime game. He never came off the court.
Right.
John said, you know, he was in a walking boot past 2 days. And I asked him at one point, I was like, do you think you're going to have to miss this game? And he said, Darius Acuff looked at me and said, are you nuts? He said, now, I know John well enough to know what he's doing. I mean, he's 100.
This is what he does. Yes.
He is 100%. That is a story for Darryn Peterson told through Darius Acuff.
Yes.
100%. But he went out of his way to say, like, I was like, hey, man, you got to miss the game? He's like, are you nuts? I'm not missing this game. And then meantime, you got Bill Self going, I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I thought, and I want to talk to Michael Wallace about this. He's going to join us next. But, like, if you were an NBA general manager, would this bother you? Let me ask you first. Would it bother you?
Okay, here's why it would bother me. Like, the talent does not concern me at all. I think he's going to be awesome in the NBA. Like, I'm not worried about that one bit. The thing that scares me is I worry about the manipulation because right now it's this whole minutes thing and checking himself out of games and not playing the end of games and stuff like that. But then I feel like that turns into draft process starts. The leaks start coming out of he doesn't want to play for this team. I don't want to go down that path at all. Like before he even plays in an NBA jersey, it just scares me, man. It does. Like if the Grizzlies, you said this before, and I agree. I think it might be more beneficial if you're just not in a spot to have to make that decision.
It's a little bit like you'd have been better off in the Durant-Oden draft to just not be picking one, so you don't have to make that decision.
Right.
Let somebody else make it, and then you know what you're doing next. Honestly, that's a lot like the Zion Ja draft. It was like, just we'll pick second. You take whoever you want. We know who's coming. We'll take which one you don't take. That's the one we'll take.
Right.
That's a much easier decision. It would concern me, man. He's either his body will not allow him to play basketball consistently at the age of 19, which is a problem, or he doesn't want to play basketball consistently at the age of 19, which is a problem.
Or someone's telling him you need to preserve yourself.
Which is a problem.
Agreed.
then you're trusting people who aren't helping you. Because right now, hey, if this is your very focused and thought out approach to your freshman season of college basketball, just know that you are damaging yourself. There isn't a single NBA person I know who questions the talent. But people are questioning this. A lot of people are questioning this. I'll ask Michael Wallace about it next.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball. But the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board. A class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Now that's the new edition way.
I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike?
2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you.
Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night.
Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Duke is suing their quarterback because Darian Menza announced he was entering the transfer portal last Friday. So Duke said, no, you're not.
I'm all for NIL. I'm all for player freedom to transfer and player empowerment. But just saying, I signed the contract, but the contract doesn't matter. I don't understand how that works.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
I risk my life to tell y'all these truths.
Cat Williams is back. Brand new material, a new tour, and the same legendary laughter he's delivered for decades.
Nick Cannon got 136 children, Jesus. Did you know that?
Always classic, always Cat.
White people are friendly. You can call them at 3 o'clock in the morning with the wrong number and they won't even be mad at you. Hello? No, I'm sorry. No Shaquita here.
The Golden Age Tour. March 6th in FedEx Forum. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com.
Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South. I'm in New York City. Ben Doyle back in Memphis, built for a tough studio, producing things. And I'm joined now by Michael Wallace, senior editor, Grind City Media. He joins me on Thursday. Today's Thursday, so he's here a little later than normal. That's on me, not him. He was waiting. He was on time. I wasn't on time. This is me offering my public apology. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. Oh, hey, listen, I love the show, so it doesn't even matter if I'm on it or not. I like to follow it. So even when I was in the waiting room, I was engaged, man. So great job.
That's very sweet, and I appreciate that. But I also know what it's like to be on your end and be like, all right, shut up and just get to me. You told me it was 10:20. Shut up and take your break and get to me. I've been on the other side of it. I know how it can sometimes be frustrating, but
well, that was Bennett's fault. Let's blame it on Bennett because you tossed him up, you queued him up for an answer, and he just kept rambling and rambling and rambling. never allowed us to get the break, and he thought he was the star of the Gary Parrish show. So
I got to get in where I can.
Hey, sometimes he is the star of the Gary Parrish show, and sometimes I think that I should make him more of the star of the Gary Parrish show. So I wasn't gonna get in his way toward the end of the A block. Hey, let me ask you about what we were talking about. I saw you there listening. This Darryn Peterson thing, Mike. When I talk to NBA people, let's just say people who work in that league, it is almost not a debate about the talent. As great as this freshman class is, just about everybody says, but Darryn Peterson has to go number one. Like Hall of Famers will come after him, but you don't take anybody before him because the talent is unquestioned. And that's where we were heading into this season. And certainly anytime we see him play, or at least most times we see him play, that's where we're at. But he is taking himself out of games. He is not playing under circumstances we know other players would play. And last night, he goes for 20 in 14 minutes, gets 23 in 18 minutes, but then with about 17 left to play, takes himself out of the game. And for the first time publicly, not for the first time privately, but certainly for the first time publicly, Bill Self was like, I don't know, man. That's disappointing. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Would this bother you if you won the lottery and had the number one pick in the draft?
Yes, it definitely would bother me. It would be concerning. It would be something that I definitely would need to, try to figure out. I need to get in front of this kid. I need to have our evaluators, our physical and mental, psychological evaluators in front of this kid. I need to sit down with he and his family or whoever's his representatives. And really figure out where we are and what we're up against. The talent is undeniable, as Bennett said. I mean, you can't. And GP, you've seen tons of guys come out of Kansas with this same kind of talent. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, like this is $1 billion business. And we know now, as these, especially with this generation of new young stars, they're wired differently. They're impacted by social media differently. They're in their own heads a lot more than some of the other players might have been. So you have to do your due diligence to make sure that this is the guy. And even if he's the guy that you rate at a 10, then you might have to say, if we have to deal with this, I might have to go with my 9.8 option, which is number 2. You know what I mean? And maybe it's Dybansta, maybe it's some other guys, but it's certainly something that's a concern, especially with today's generation of athletes.
I mean, I just thought last night was an interesting night in the sport as it pertains to how these prospects are going to be evaluated and ordered, because you had 2 national championship winning coaches, 2 Naismith Memorial Hall of Famers, 2 men who have coached number 1 picks in the draft, both talking about their star prospects last night.
Yeah.
And Bill Self was asked about Darryn Peterson, and he said, we thought this was behind us. I'm disappointed. He only played 18 minutes. He could have had a great game. I don't know what's going on. That was that. And you know what John Calipari said? Darius Acuff has been in a boot for 2 days. I actually asked him, are you going to have to miss this game? And he said, are you nuts? He said, it doesn't matter if he's hurt, whatever, he wants to play. Now, I know John long enough and well enough to know that was very intentional. And those 2 stories are connected in his mind. But if I'm an NBA decision maker, it matters to me that Bill Self is like frustrated with his star prospect, and John Calipari's like, I'd go to war with this guy. That matters to me. Those things matter to me.
Yeah, they should. And here's what's puzzling me. Okay, he only played 18 minutes. How does that work? Is it, hey, get back in there, I need you in this, and he says, nah, coach, I'm good? Like, what's that? How do you play only 18 minutes? How do you load manage yourself in that situation at that stage? If you agree to play in the game, how do you say, well, I don't want to go back in? Did he play the first 18 minutes to the first half and didn't come back for the second half? Or what was the situation? Because, again, if your team is expecting you to check back into the game and you're limiting yourself, that's a concern, especially if your head coach, someone of the caliber of Bill Self, doesn't know it going in. So that's a concern there. On the flip side, absolutely, Calipari is the consummate salesman. He's feeding his guy, trying to get his draft stock up there. And rightfully so. But, I was thinking about, and I don't know why the guy's name, his whole name slips my mind, but the LSU, one and done guy, came out number 1 overall to the Philadelphia. Ben Simmons. This reminds me a lot psychologically of Ben Simmons when everybody saw the red flags. Everybody saw that this guy is a phenomenal talent. He's going to be the number 1 guy. And we still see the red flags. We see all the things going on around him. And yet he still went number 1. And now that you see him sort of out of the league a decade later, it's almost like you saw this coming and he still was a force enough to get into the league the way he was. That's kind of what I'm getting out of Peterson. I'm kind of getting some Ben Simmons vibes out of this.
There are some Ben Simmons vibes here, and I'll never forget watching. I had heard bad things, but then somebody put out like a Ben Simmons documentary about his 1 year at LSU.
Yeah.
And the main takeaway from it was that he was always by himself or with his sister, but he was never with his teammates. He was never just kicking it. He never looked like he was having a good time with his teammates. And that should have been a bigger red flag than it was. And now you have this Darryn Peterson thing. And I told this story, and it's sort of a stupid story, but I think it makes a point. It was maybe a year, 2 years ago. My little guy had baseball practice, and we got done, and there was still some sunlight left, and the kids were like, hey, let's play Dads Against the Suns. And we were like, all right, let's play. And I went out to second base, and I grabbed my glove, and I felt like I was 17 years old again, but I wasn't. And so I went in the hole, long story not so long, to get a ball, made a throw. I threw it into the dugout. I mean, I felt like I was about to, I felt like a Golden Glove winner. I looked like a 47-year-old. So I threw the ball in the dugout, felt fine, no big deal, drove home, everything's fine. Woke up the next morning to go play golf, had a tee time, 3 other friends joining me. It's all scheduled, ready to go. I'm telling you, I can't get out of bed. I'm telling you, subsequently, after I went to Ortho South, I found out I had slipped a disc. I mean, I had like physical therapy, steroid shots. I messed my back up trying to play second base in my late 40s.
Yeah.
My point is this. I couldn't get out of bed, but I was like, I'm going to roll out of bed and try to do this because I got people waiting for me. We made plans. I don't want to let other people down. I went out to the practice range. Could not swing. Could not move my back. Hey, but maybe I'll loosen up. Played 4 holes and then finally said, guys, I'm sorry, but I can't do this. I got to go to the doctor. Why did I want to play golf with my friends for no stakes? Nobody cares whether I play golf. Why was I more enthusiastic to try to do that than Darryn Peterson is to try to play against number 1 Arizona, or than Darryn Peterson is to play last night? And you were sort of wondering aloud, how does this happen? How does it work? I'll tell you how it happens. Here is what happened last night, at least. He's playing well. He's incredible. He's got 23 points, and there's still 17 minutes left in the game. He literally makes a three-pointer. There's video of this. He looks at Bill Self, does one of these, like, hey, get me out of here. Bill, looks like, what? But then sends somebody down, gets him out of there. He sits on the bench. He goes to a stationary bike for a minute, but then sits back down on the bench. You see Kansas assistant Jacques Vaughn go down and talk to him a little bit, like, hey, what's going on? Hey, are you all right? What's up? And then you see Jacques Vaughn go back down and talk to Bill Self. And you see Bill Self, you can't tell what he says, but if you're watching on YouTube, this is what Bill Self does. He sort of shakes his head like, what the, really? Yeah. Really? Again? We're doing this again? Yeah. That's what's going on here. Yeah. And all indications are that he is getting advice that anytime you feel something, shut it down. Anytime you get tight, you get out of there. And he's doing what he's told. But what I wish the people who are advising him could understand is that you are not helping him. You think you are. You're giving him advice to try to avoid catastrophic injury. But one of the points I made last night on CBS Sports Network is, what injury could he suffer that wouldn't make him go number 1 in the draft? Do you realize he could tear his ACL today? He could take a knife, cut his own ACL with his own hands today. And if there were no concerns about how much he loves basketball, he would still be the number 1 pick in the draft. The only thing that will make him not the number 1 pick in the draft is if somebody says, I just don't think he cares. I just don't think he wants to compete. I just don't, like, what, are we really going to invest the number 1 pick when Darius Acuff is out there and AJ Dybansta is out there and Cameron Boozer's out there? Are we really going to spend the number 1 pick on somebody who didn't want to play against the number 1 team in the country on Big Monday in Allen Fieldhouse? On somebody who will clearly disappoint his own coach because his coach is now saying it? How do you think his teammates feel about it? You think his teammates like looking up every day wondering, hey man, hey, because these are all jobs now, they're all getting paid. Hey, are you coming to work with us today? Imagine if every day I got up, worked hard, prepped a show, and I got to wonder if Bennett's going to be there or not. Every day I got to wonder if Bennett's going to show up or not. Like, that would drive you crazy. And so, yeah, if I'm a general manager, man, I don't like any of this, not at all.
It's scary, Gary, and you know, you laid it out perfectly right there. It is, you know, concerning. And here's the other thing too. There's a chance that he's going to go to a team that is nowhere near as stable, coaching, front office, you know, whatever, right? As Bill Self is at Kansas and what that program is. So if he's willing to do that against one of the greatest college coaches in the greatest programs at NBA of college football, college basketball history, what is he going to do when he gets to Sacramento, right? What is he going to do when he gets to a team like, you know, Memphis that's trying to get over what they just came through with this current iteration of guys, right? Like, you know, you just had the issues that you're dealing with both, you know, all over the scope in terms of Ja Morant and some of these other things. So is that what you want to embrace just because he looks like he could be a special player? You know, Wiggins came into the draft the same way. Number 1 overall prospect coming out of Kansas. Everybody said this is the greatest prospect on the wing since LeBron James. Well, only he wasn't, right? It didn't turn out to be that way. So I don't know if any of these freshmen are just surefire, I'm going to take the league by storm. So there's still some of that part of it with it. But even if you add on top of that, some of the things that we clearly see are warning signs. Hey, man, I hope he gets it turned around and figured it out. But he's coming in like he's already James Harden in year 10 in terms of this isn't the place where I want to be. This isn't what I want to do. So it's just going to be about me. The difference between you and going to golf with your buddies is that you felt obligated to hold up your end of the bargain. You had an agreement in place. It was more than about you. It was about, you know, the group and the tee time and everything that you set in place. You saw the bigger picture. These kids, in a lot of ways, man, they don't see the bigger picture. They already are catered to. They already are treated like LeBron James is treated in the middle of his prime, and that's a dangerous place to be.
And the other thing, beyond just hurting his draft stock, that I don't think he recognizes he's doing, is he is wasting a year of his life that he will never get back, and that in so many ways, if approached properly, might have gone down as, and still could, as the most enjoyable year of basketball he'll ever have. Because I've talked to so many former NBA players who like did a year, even if it's sometimes just a year in college.
Yeah.
And you say, hey, what's the most fun you ever had? Not the most money you ever made, most fun you ever had playing basketball. And if you ask Carmelo Anthony that question, he will tell you it's the 1 year he played at Syracuse. Right. That's not the most money he ever made, but that's the most fun he ever had. And coincidentally, on television last night, as we were having this conversation, I happened to be sitting in studio with 2 former NBA All-Stars, Wally Szczerbiak, Roy Hibbert. These are men who, were college stars, but also NBA All-Stars. They made more than $100 million each playing this sport. And I asked them both off the top of their head. They didn't even know where I was trying to take this. And I was just like, what was the most fun you ever had playing basketball? And you know what they both said? Roy said, my junior year of Georgetown. And Wally said, my last year at Miami, Ohio. That's the most fun I ever had. And you hear that so often from NBA players who make hundreds of millions of dollars. And they say, man, if I could do that year of college again, it's the best. That's the most fun. And he's just punting on it. It's like being at Disney World and you don't want to ride the rides. You don't want to watch the shows. You don't want to eat the food. You're at Disney World, man. This is the best it gets for some people. Why are you not even trying to enjoy this? It's crazy to me.
Because it came to him so fast, man. The difference was, here's the difference, and that makes a lot of sense. Roy Hibbert and Wally Zerbiak both played at a time before NIL. Now, they might have been getting whatever, right? But I'm just saying, the best of, here's the thing. Darryn Peterson's or AJ Dybansta or Boozer, their lifestyle won't change from now to 3 years into the NBA.
Right.
They already are millionaires today. They already are flying luxury charters, staying in 5-star hotels. You know, they already are on national TV. Their brand is as big as it's ever going to be at this stage of their careers. And that's what they have. They have all of that now. They have the lifestyle of a 3-time All-Star from the 1990s. Already right now as a 19-year-old freshman. So their lifestyle isn't going to change. That's why they don't know the difference between struggling and what the riches of the NBA is going to be. That's not going to drastically change their life overnight. So that's the reason why a lot of times these kids, man, take this stuff for granted, is because they've been given it too soon. You know, people say that about the NBA right now too. Like this group of early, you know, once you get your rookie contract extension, you already are at $200 million. What are you playing your 28th year for? What is going to change once you get to a certain amount of money in terms of your desire? You're getting paid before you have to be a champion or even a contender in a lot of ways. So you already get the endorsements. You already got the social media following. You're already relevant well before you even came close to winning a ring. So what is the motivation? And that's what the question is a lot of times right now.
Last thing before I get you out of here, the Grizzlies will restart their season tomorrow night against the Jazz. We are, quote, moving forward as a franchise. I think we all understand what that means. In the meantime, Cedric Howard was interviewed in recent days, and the quote has sort of gone viral. It's gotten a lot of attention. I wanted to get your thoughts on it. He was asked about Ja Morant, and Cedric Howard, the Grizz rookie, he said, quote, "If you want to say all the negative connotations about him, you're dead wrong. And you need to keep your thoughts to yourself. Ja is one of the best people I've ever met, one of the best people to be around." That quote, what does that say to you about Ja Morant, Cedric Howard? What do you take away from it?
You know, it says that's his perspective. Every teammate that has been a teammate of Ja Morant in the locker room with Ja Morant that I've been around since he's been here for 7 years likes Ja Morant, right? He's one of those guys that will look after you. I've seen him, you know, both professionally and personally in spaces where, you know, he is a genuine person that cares about the people who are closest around him. And he will make sure everybody's good. As a matter of fact, that's what he loves to say. Y'all good? Y'all good. Like, that's how he checks in with people. And if you're not good, and if it's something he can change about your circumstances to help you become good, he will do it right there on the spot. I've seen him literally do it, like, in front of me, right? So, you know, it's one of those things where that's the question about Ja Morant, the person. And Cedric, rightfully so, is using what his experiences are. And, you know, but you're evaluated more than just what you show people behind closed doors. You're evaluated at this level as an NBA star or superstar or franchise player. And that comes with a lot more responsibilities. And some people handle it better than others. So, yes, I mean, I would say a lot of people would say the same thing about Ja. But if you take a 30,000-foot view, and you talk to several stars who have walked in Ja's journey, they're saying, hey, what's going on? Like, this guy is not living up to what he needs to do. Something needs to happen. So you'll hear both sides of it. But I think Cedric said the right thing, and I think he was 100% accurate from his perspective.
That is Michael Wallace, senior editor, Grind City Media. Make sure you're following his work at grindcitymedia.com. He's also on X, at my mic check. You're the best, buddy. I appreciate you. Can't wait to see you in person soon.
Absolutely. Take care, man.
Bye-bye. That's Michael Wallace, Grind City Media. When we come back, turn our attention back to college basketball, specifically on the Tigers. Penny's program back on the court tonight down in Tampa. Big underdogs down in Tampa. Bennett, we've reached the point in Tiger basketball where you're big underdogs in Tampa.
Not great.
This is not great. You're never supposed to be. If there's one thing I thought I knew about Tiger basketball, it's that you're never supposed to be a big underdog in Tampa. but sometimes things change.
That's why they lace them up.
Okay, Bennett. Are you ready to take a shot at the first place Bulls?
Sure as hell right I am.
How did we get to a situation where there's the first place Bulls?
Let's turn this thing around, buddy.
It's time to turn. I think, hey, it might be time to turn it around.
What better time than tonight?
Well, last Saturday would have been a good time.
Actually would have been a good time.
Yeah, that would have been the best time, probably. Or maybe like back in November would have been pretty good. You know, when you were. Yeah, I mean, there have been better times to turn it around if we're being honest. But, hey, ain't nothing you can do about the past, Bennett. If there's one thing I know about one thing, it's that there's nothing you can do about the past. We're living in this moment right now. Bennett, what's the best thing you could do right now in this moment if you're Tiger basketball?
Get a win.
Turn it around right now.
Yep.
I would have preferred them to turn it around Saturday. If not Saturday, then, I mean, I'd have preferred them just never even have to turn it around. I would have liked for them to be heading the right direction the whole time. You know? I mean, Jesus Christ, it's Tiger basketball. You're supposed to be heading the right direction the whole time. Anyway, how about this? Tonight's another opportunity to turn it around against the first place USF Bulls. How the Bulls getting? What is going on? We'll talk Tiger basketball next. Gary Parrish Show presented by Ortho South.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
The heaviest metal credit card of all time. Rumored to be one of only 18 in existence. Plated with the very same tungsten that forged the International Space Station. And wielded at business dinners like a samurai sword. It's a classic corporate power move. But the real power move? Having end-to-end visibility on your most critical shipments. FedEx, the new power move.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
How are you able to release and have an instrumental song become a huge deal?
And I forget who the disc jockey was, but he put the wrong side on. He put the Green Onions by mistake and played the B side instead of the A side.
No!
And that's when the change happened. These people started to call the station and say, play that song again.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Can be unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled. Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since your injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. And that's because Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays and the evenings, and even on Saturdays. So next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. Just walk in and Ortho South will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more, orthosouth.org. That's orthosouth at orthosouth.org. Now I got 5 more things you need to know.
Number 1.
Bennett, it's an AAC showdown tonight down in Tampa, 6 o'clock Central tip on ESPN2, Memphis at South Florida. We're doing it inside the Yingling Center. I like that. I like the Yingling Center.
That's pretty good. Is it? It's Yingling. Like, it's Yingling the beer, right?
Yeah, sippy sippy. It's sippy sippy.
That's pretty good. I like that as well.
I like that. Memphis is an 8.5-point underdog to South Florida. Bennett, as you were a student in the Blue Crew, were you in the Blue Crew?
I had a Blue Crew shirt. I mean, I don't know if I was like an official member. I definitely like dabbled. I was amongst them. I don't know if I was ever considered official though. Like,
yeah,
you might have had to like sign up for that or something.
Yeah, I got it. So like, you dabbled, you knew Blue Crew members, but you weren't officially associated with a Blue Crew member.
I don't think I was official Blue Crew, but I felt one with the Blue Crew throughout my time there.
So
yes.
I guess this is what I'm trying to ask you. When you felt as one with the Blue Crew, and you were watching Derrick Rose and Chris Douglas Roberts.
Yeah. It's good times.
Man, weren't they?
It was fun.
Could you have ever imagined the Tigers being 8.5-point underdogs to South Florida?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Man,
I mean, go ahead.
I don't know how the game's going to go, but here's what I know. In a span of 6 days, the basketball program, once led by Derrick Rose, has been a double-digit underdog to Utah State and an 8.5-point underdog to South Florida.
I mean, we did beat their ass twice last year. Like, it's not. I'm not scared.
I'm not scared. I don't guess. You can always just change the channel and watch the Olympics. But that is the most troubling aspect of everything connected to Memphis basketball right now. It's not that you're under 500. It's not that you're going to miss the NCAA tournament. It's that you've reached a place in your program where you aren't even expected to compete with Utah State and South Florida.
I can't argue with that, GP. I can't. Now, what I can say is I don't want to say it because you still got a chance to get one of those top seeds in the conference tournament. You do.
Oh my God.
I mean, you're still right there. You're still right there for the bye. You are. You just are. You just are.
Ben, if I could smack you with this microphone that doesn't work right through my computer screen to knock some sense into you, that's what I would do right now.
Yeah. I'm just saying you're still right there. You got a big one coming up against UAB this weekend.
Man, when did the big ones? When did we get to the point where the big ones were against UAB this weekend?
Well, USF, yeah, I mean, like they're a pretty comparable athletic department, right? Like we can't be too disrespectful to them here.
Bennett, these basketball programs have operated in different places for the entirety of planet Earth.
Not as much anymore. USF puts money into that thing.
Not as much anymore, but that is quite literally my point.
Yeah, I got you.
Yuck.
I respect USF.
Oh,
and UAB.
And they had to kick another fellow off the team. We got another dismissal.
Okay, yeah, that's I forgot about that. Yeah, thanks for the one game. Appreciate it. Didn't he? I think he got kicked off his last team, or he quit his last team. You're talking about Hassan, right?
Yeah, I mean, I know it can get confusing. It's hard to keep up with who's here and who's not. But yeah, that's who I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's probably just a guy that I might not have ever wanted to bring here. Just
yeah.
I didn't know a lot about him when he got here, and then subsequently like found out, and it was just like, okay, well, it appears he's like a problem everywhere. So
yeah, they got a few of them. They got a few of them that have been problems other places, and I don't know. Maybe the lesson of this season. Maybe this is why Drew Hill decided to look into whether or not Memphis basketball needed a general manager. Maybe this is why Drew Hill decided, you know what? Maybe I should write a column about how Memphis basketball could maybe use a general manager. Because maybe the takeaway from this season, and then we'll move on and watch the game tonight. maybe the takeaway from this season is if you bring in a bunch of guys who've never really accomplished anything other than maybe causing problems at the places they were previously, and you hand them a bunch of money, perhaps there's a chance that's not going to go well. Maybe that's the lesson. Hey, it's only a loss if you don't learn from it.
Yeah, that's
maybe we'll just learn. Maybe we'll just learn from all of this. Either way, 6 o'clock tonight.
I'll be there.
We'll see if Memphis can cover the 8.5 against South Florida. My God.
Number 2.
Kevin Durant, Rocket star. He had to answer questions yesterday, or at least he had to sit there and listen to questions yesterday about whether or not he is using a burner account on Twitter to trash his teammates. This came up over the weekend, and I guess yesterday was the first time reporters could get in front of Kevin Durant, and so they were like, yo, man, is this you? And he said, I'm not going to sit here and talk about no Twitter nonsense. I'm just looking forward to staying focused on the season, which was not a denial and a weird answer. Only so, I guess, if you actually aren't the person responsible for these burner accounts. Maybe it's the best answer if you are guilty as accused. He got caught, huh?
Well, we know he's confirmed that he has had a burner account before.
True.
I believe that is accurate. Now, not this specific one that you're referencing.
Let me be clear. He's calling his teammates R-word slurs.
Allegedly.
Just one of them got that bullet.
Dude, they are so funny. Like when you read, when you read those, obviously, like they just look like something you would see any idiot say online, right, in the comments section. But when people start connecting it and saying that it could be him, you're like, oh my God.
He said
like they're not that funny.
He said one of his teammates is an R-word slur. All right. He said another of his all-star teammates can't shoot or guard anybody. He said another one of his teammates won't pass it, but he likes another one of these former teammates because he would just give it to you. He said he loved Ben Simmons because at least he'd pass you the ball.
No, my favorite part about all of this, and again, we don't know. This is all alleged. But during All-Star, when people were just posting pictures of him on his phone throughout the entire thing, warm-ups, intros, all of it, he's just on his phone. Like, and this is during the midst of like it just blowing up on the feed. Like, this is Kevin Durant's burner.
So funny.
It was so funny. That was a great night.
How do you even like? It would be like if I was caught with a burner account and my entire burner account was just me talking crazy shit about you and Vernon and Roser and Devin and Jess and CJ.
Do you have a burner account?
Do I have a burner account?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Do you?
No, I do not.
I wouldn't even know.
Although, I mean, it ain't the worst way to go after people to be talking bad about you online.
Hey, I got a better idea. How about this? How about just relax?
Just don't read. Just don't read the comments.
Do you know what kind of things get said about me on Twitter every single day?
Yeah.
Every day.
I do.
Every day.
I've seen some of them, yeah.
People will make videos about me.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I just want to make a video about Gary Parrish and something he said or ranked. Like there are people, even people in local media, like their whole claim to fame is they go, I want to respond to what Gary Parrish said. What? Put your phone down and go do something different than just responding to what everybody. I need to respond to what everybody said on Twitter today. How about close your computer, take a deep breath, and go do something productive. When you see me talking into a camera, do you know why I'm doing that? Because I am getting paid to do that. It is quite literally my job. Every time you see me talking into a camera, whether it's in New York City in a big studio or in a hotel room or in Grind City Media, every time you see me addressing something, it's because It is my job to do this. This is what I'm getting paid to do. I cannot imagine spending all day long not getting paid to just react to everything.
I kind of respect the pettiness.
I saw somebody on ESPN say something this morning, and they're more famous than me. I'm going to react to them. It's wild.
I respect KD's pettiness. But I don't know if we can confirm that this is him.
You know what I would do? If I were Kevin Durant, I'd probably just play basketball, DM K Adams, collect my hundreds of millions, and let everybody argue on Twitter however they want to argue on Twitter. It wouldn't have nothing to do with me. I think that's the way I'd try to approach it. But you know what? I'll let him do it however he wants to do it. But I bet that locker room's kind of weird.
I bet that would be a little weird. I bet that would be a little weird and uncomfortable. But again, no one can confirm that's him. So
he didn't deny it. Hey, how about this?
He did not deny it. He did not deny it.
I had no idea what you were going to ask me earlier. But the question that came out of your mouth, you know what it was? GP, do you have a burner account? And did you see how quickly I just said no? What are you talking about? No, because I don't. Because I don't care enough to argue with people on Twitter under my real name or a fake one. So you asked me a question, I just said no. Like you could have said, GP, are you in the Epstein files? I said no. These are easy questions to answer if the answer is no. You know? It's just an easy question to answer if the answer is no. GP, are you in the Epstein files? No. GP, do you have a burner account? No. Easy. But he couldn't answer it that way. He couldn't just say no. He had to say, I don't want to talk about all this Twitter nonsense. Bro, you live in Twitter nonsense all day long. Under your real account, we see you just living in Twitter nonsense all day long. So he got caught.
He probably got caught.
He got caught. His teammates, I'll let them deal with it. Let's just say it's none of my business. I'll let them deal with it.
Yep.
Number 3.
Cooper Flagg. He plays for the Mavericks. He's having an awesome rookie season. He looks like the next great thing. So his first game, he wore a jersey for a half, and then they took it off of him, and they said, we're gonna take this thing, and we're gonna try to sell it someday. So he wore a jersey for a half. They took it off of him. Then he put on another jersey, wore it for the next half, and that jersey that he wore in the first half sold at an auction for $1 million. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it seems like a waste though, because aren't you supposed to do like cut that up into little pieces and put them in cards and like sell all of those for $1 million a piece?
I don't know how it works exactly, but I will say I got a really nice email from him. You know what? As I'm goofing on people for being just crazy online and just being weird, let me tell you the other side. I got a really nice email from a gentleman, and he's a card collector. Mm-hmm. And I grew up collecting cards, and I know like Roser does now, and I've got friends who do now. I'm just not in it now.
I dabble.
I would like to. Like my kids are kind of in it, but not completely. Like they act like they want to get in it, and then everything I bought them, I just see it laying in their bedroom floor. You know, there's like, Dad, can we get some cards? I'm like, yeah, man, I would love to. Man, if you're going to get into cards, I'd love to get into cards with you. And they're like, hey, can I buy this pack? I'm like, yeah, of course. But you got to keep up with it. You know, we had that talk.
Right.
But you got to take care of them. And then they're on the bedroom floor next to a broken iPad. So anyway, I get this note from this man. And he said, GP, just got a card. Made me think of you. It's a Tom Seaver. Like, it's the type of thing you're talking about. But it's a Mets Tom Seaver. Like, they cut something from something and put it in the card. And it's a one of one. There's only one of them. And I gather it might be actually like worth something. And he was like, if you don't care or don't want it, I'll just sell it. It's no big deal. But it would make me feel good to gift it to you because I know you care about the Mets. So if you have an address and you'll accept it, I would like to mail it to you.
That is pretty cool.
So I think when I get home today, I'm going to have this Tom Seaver card. Like
that's pretty awesome.
I just thought it was sweet. In a world where everybody's being mean to each other all the time, I was like, this person just in a positive way thought of me. He didn't think of me and say, I'm going to make a meme that makes this guy look like a penis. Get those every day. He said, this is a nice Tom Seaver card. And there's this guy that I listen to on a podcast who likes the Mets. He might appreciate this. I'll reach out to him. I thought it was sweet.
That is cool. Nobody sends me shit.
Well, Bennett, if I find something I think you might like, I'll send
if
it to you.
anybody's got any cards out there they want to send me, I'd gladly accept.
I got you a pocket watch one time.
You did.
Ever bring that up?
I still have that pocket watch. I still have it.
I don't ever see you with it.
Okay, I'll start wearing it. I'll start wearing it. I'll wear it tomorrow.
Wear your pocket watch tomorrow.
It's like sitting on my little shelf with all my knickknacks.
Yeah, you reduced it to a knickknack.
Okay, well.
It's just a knickknack to you.
Not a real pocket watch.
What do you mean it's not a real pocket watch? It's a pocket. It literally said pocket watch on it. I Googled pocket watch. I Googled how to buy a pocket watch, and that's what popped up.
Okay. How much it costs?
$10.
Ain't a real pocket watch.
Oh, man.
It looks real, though. It looks real. I could definitely fool somebody with that thing.
Well, isn't that all we're really trying to do in life? Is fool people with things?
Of course.
Isn't that all we're really trying to do in life? Is fool people with things?
It's what bootleg sneaker companies are for.
Yes, that's all we're all doing is out there trying to fool each other with things.
That's very true. That's very true.
So how is this any different?
It's really not. Now that I think about it.
I just wanted you to fool people the same way the rest of us are fooling people.
Yeah, I'll wear that pocket watch tomorrow. Don't worry.
Okay, Bennett, if I can find it, because I bought myself one too.
Yes, I know. I know you did.
If I can find mine, I'll wear mine tomorrow too.
Okay, good.
Okay, anyway, why do we want a Cooper Flagg jersey for $1 million? Like, who wants that? If you walked in somebody's house and they said, hey, I got something to show you. I don't even want to put it on you. I'm going to tell you how I would feel. If I walked into somebody's house and they said, hey, I got something to show you. I'd say, okay, let's see this. And they go, look at that. And I said, what is that? And they go, that's a Cooper Flagg jersey. I'd say, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've seen those. They sell them at fanatics.com and everywhere else, NBA.com. And they said, no, but that's not just any Cooper Flagg jersey. That's the jersey he wore in the first half of his first game with the Mavericks. I'd say, okay, that's cool. Yeah, I paid $1 million for it. I'd be like, what? Why did you do that?
I mean, that's
what
insane.
I would say.
Yeah, that part is I just can't even fathom. But like,
I would have been like, yo, I would have rathered you just donate that to St. Jude than spend it on a Cooper Flagg jersey. It seems like a waste of something. It seems I don't know. Like, I got my own little things, I guess, that I spend money on. But
I was gonna say, I like an autographed jersey. Now I have plenty of them.
Just $1 million for the first half Cooper Flagg jersey seems crazy to me.
Yeah, I mean, like especially when you got to explain the context and everything.
It just wouldn't impress me, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, if I walked in and somebody said...
I don't know, man. As a collector, I am impressed by people's collections.
Okay, but like I could be impressed by certain things. Like George Raveling, rest in peace, famously had Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech. That's an amazing story. Do you know that story? Little George Raveling was there in D.C. And as Dr. King delivers the speech, one of the most famous speeches in the history of the English language, he just hands the papers to this little kid. And the little kid is George Raveling, who goes on to be this important figure in basketball.
Pretty cool.
And George Raveling had that forever. And so my point is, if I walked in George Raveling's house and he said, I want to show you something. And I said, okay, let's go. And he said, look at this. And I said, what is this? He goes, you know the I Have a Dream speech. Of course. That's it. What do you mean that's it? That's the speech. What do you mean? I was there as a child. Dr. King handed that to me. There's photo evidence of this, by the way. Dr. King handed this to me. And now this is it. I would say, that's cool. But a Cooper Flagg jersey, I'd be like, I don't know. Like, I guess that's what I'm saying. I'd be impressed by the I Have a Dream speech, less impressed by a Cooper Flagg jersey.
Yeah, I mean, and we'll see what he does in his. Like, my friend's dad, he was a big collector, and he had an autographed Babe Ruth baseball. That was cool. Like, holding that, I was like, damn, this is cool. So, like, there's definitely things that sports memorabilia that I can be impressed by for sure.
Okay, there's a scale. We agree there's a scale.
Yes.
I just think once we've reached the point on the scale where a Cooper Flagg first half jersey is $1 million, we've lost track of something.
I think you might be right, JP.
I think I might be right, Bennett. Let's move on.
Number 4.
LaMelo Ball can't drive. What is going on?
No, he really can't drive. I mean, we can confirm that now.
Now, I discovered LaMelo Ball, as you know.
Yes.
I don't want to get weird with it. I know them files are out there. There was no inappropriate relationship with LaMelo Ball, but I did meet him when he was like 12 years old. All right. But his parents were both there. It was very normal and very normal. Don't get weird about it. But I discovered LaMelo Ball even before he ever attempted to drive. This is all true. And then he grew up, became a talented basketball player at the very least. And then he started buying expensive cars, and then he just wrecks them all the time, drives recklessly with them all the time. Kyra, if you have it, let's show folks what happened yesterday. This is LaMelo Ball. It's just Wednesday. They're just in Charlotte in Wednesday. This is an intersection in Charlotte Wednesday. Boom. That's LaMelo Ball just running right into somebody. All right? All right? That's LaMelo Ball. At the very least, that's LaMelo Ball's vehicle running right into somebody. Reportedly, LaMelo Ball got out of that car, got into another car, and said, peace out, I'll see you guys later, all right? So then people start putting, apparently this is a thing in Charlotte. Like, watch out.
It's like freaking The Dark Knight Rises. Why does he even have that car?
He has 7 cars that look just like that. It's a thing in Charlotte. Like when you see an outlandish, very expensive car, you can reasonably assume it's LaMelo Ball. Now, this is him leaving the arena after games. He just runs red lights out of the arena every day. Watch this. He just runs red lights every day. Like that. That's a red light. He doesn't care.
Dude, listen. If I could give him any kind of, now some of these cars are cool, but like some of them, you can't resell that thing. Nobody's buying a camo wrapped Hummer, and nobody's buying that thing, whatever that is.
Okay, Ben, this is too funny to me.
Yeah.
I think when you have LaMelo Ball money, you don't purchase cars with the
idea of reselling.
Yeah, it's not really something you think about.
But
right?
one day you're going to. One day, like it doesn't matter. Like even if he's good with his money, like and is rich forever, it doesn't matter because one day he's going to be 50 years old and be like, why is this thing still sitting in my garage?
As a nearly 50-year-old, I do say, every time I walk into my garage, why is this stuff in my garage? So
yeah.
I understand the sentiment. I just think I'm hesitant to accuse or even suggest. I'm hesitant to say that LaMelo Ball should be considering trade-in value when he purchased vehicles, okay?
Well, he might have to with that Hummer.
I can't imagine LaMelo Ball at the Hummer dealership. I can't imagine LaMelo Ball at the Hunter dealership saying, all right, before we do this, can you, educate me on the trade-in value. I don't think he cares.
Dude, you've heard Vernon tell the story of Master P when he had the gold ceiling and he asked him about it and he was like, yeah, that was pretty cool until you have to try to resell your house and you have a house with a gold ceiling.
Oh, no. I'm not suggesting that it won't all be regrettable someday. This dude just hot Cheetos, tattooed his toes.
That was a real picture?
I thought it was, but I don't know. It's the internet.
Is that real? I thought that was fake. Hang on. I got to do some digging.
It might have been fake. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore. The internet doesn't make any sense to me anymore. I'm saying LaMelo Ball might have regrettable decisions in his life. Nobody's suggesting otherwise. All of these vehicles might be one of them. But I don't think he cares about trade-in value at his age with his contracts.
Fair.
Okay.
But
you got it.
Yeah, go ahead.
But no matter how cool your cars are, you got to stop at red lights. He won't stop at red lights. Like we all have to stop at red lights. You know that, right?
You got to stop at red lights. Yeah.
You got to stop at red lights. I saw a tweet from some woman.
Unless it's like 1 a.m. and there's no one else on the roads.
Bennett.
And there's no cameras.
That's how people die. That's how people die.
Not if you're looking every direction. Like, no, that's just, come on.
This is how people die. I saw a woman, and she said, imagine how weird it must be to live in a major American city like Charlotte. And if you ever have a wreck with a crazy-looking car, you can reasonably assume you've just been in an accident with LaMelo Ball.
I mean,
that's where you're at.
Honestly, if we're being honest, and no one's injured, be a pretty cool story to have.
I guess it'd be a good story.
Like that person, and that person seemed fine. They got right out of their car. Like they got that story forever, and the video.
And they're probably driving the whole time. They're probably like, "Oh God!" Like if you've ever been at a wreck, it really is like slow motion. Like if you can see it coming, it feels like slow motion. Everything slows down. Every wreck I've ever been in that I could see coming, it's like you actually have this thought go through your head. I'm about to have a wreck. It like goes. So I can just imagine this person going, LaMelo Ball is about to hit me.
Is that a Hummer?
Oh, that's LaMelo. That's LaMelo. Like you're just driving.
Is that a military truck?
You're just driving to work. Like, oh man, it's a nice Wednesday. It's starting to warm up a little bit. Man, we had all that ice just a few weeks ago, but now it's oh God, LaMelo's about to hit me. Like that's the way it works. What a wild deal. We got to either get him a driver or get him some driving lessons. I don't care which one, but it's got to be one of the two.
Yeah, he's got to chill out. This is too many times now.
You got to calm down, man. You got to get a driver or get driving lessons, but you reckon too much. You reckon too much, man.
It appears that the hot Cheetos thing is fake.
Okay. Well,
at least from what I'm reading on Reddit, it looks like that was not real.
Okay, so I apologize.
So at least he's made one good decision.
I apologize for the misinformation, but my larger point is that it's totally believable that he would have painted his toes Cheetos.
Yes.
Okay, and maybe that's the bigger problem. It's not that he did or did not do it. It's that it seems totally like something he would do, which might be the bigger problem.
Number 5.
Oh, guess who got arrested this morning?
Who?
The artist formerly known as Prince Andrew.
I did know.
He's been arrested by police in England in relation to documents released in the Epstein files, which detail his longtime friendship with convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. Well, isn't this interesting? Isn't this interesting?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, this happened in the UK, and so they probably operate different over there, right?
Oh, by operate different, you mean they care? They care. They don't try to cover it up. They care about it. They'll arrest you. Like they go,
will
oh man,
arrest you. Yes.
Hey, there's these documents that came out, and they show that you had a long friendship with the most famous pedophile this world's ever known. That ain't okay. Now you're arrested.
Mm-hmm.
They do that over there.
It appears so. It appears
That's interesting.
So. And
that is interesting.
Well, and with his case, I mean, the evidence against him is like, because you had the woman who did a sit-down interview talking about him, right? Like that's, yeah, I think he might be in trouble here. I think he might be in trouble here.
It sounds like he's in trouble here. It certainly sounds like he's in trouble here. So, yeah. I guess on some continents, your name shows up in this stuff. They try to hold you accountable, and on other continents, your name shows up in this stuff, and they try to cover it up for you.
And I saw King Charles.
That's interesting.
It is interesting. I saw King Charles' statement. I would not feel good if it's not Prince Andrew anymore. We can't keep calling him. I know you're saying the artist formerly known as Prince Andrew. I got to find his current status, like what he's called these days.
It's Prince something or another. Who cares?
No, it's Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. That's what he's referred to now.
Yeah.
But no, when I saw his brother's statement today, the written statement, I was like, I would not feel good if I was the artist formerly known as Prince Andrew, because that was pretty condemning.
Hold up. You get condemned? Over there? They'll condemn you for this?
Seems like it.
Wow. That's interesting.
Seems like it.
That's interesting.
I bet a lot of people are worried about what he's going to say.
That's interesting. Maybe one day we'll try to hold people accountable over here sometimes a little bit.
We'll see.
I mean, we'll see. Who knows? Let's do carry out. We'll do that next.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
The long goodbye begins. A very special evening with Journey. Final Frontier Tour. Journey. Tickets are on sale now at journeymusic.com. Your chance to say goodbye to the songs that changed our lives. Journey. Final Frontier Tour.
Hey Grind City, got uninvited house guests? When it comes to bugs, we don't bluff. We Terminex it. Don't let a pest problem spin out of control. Our pest-free 365 Plus plan protects against up to 39 different kinds of pests. Even better, Grizz fans can take $50 off by visiting Terminex.com and enter code SAVE50. Terms apply. With more than 95 years of experience squashing pest issues big and small, we're set to square off against the toughest bugs out there. Own the 2025-26 Grizzlies season with the 10-game Flex Pack, the ultimate way to catch all the action on your terms. Choose your favorite matchups from intense rivalries to weekend thrillers and customize your pack to fit your schedule. With 10 games to pick, you'll never miss the moments that matter most. Visit Grizzlies.com/packs today to build your perfect ticket pack and cheer on the Grizzlies your way. It's your team, your season, and your schedule. So don't miss out.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Special deal for you for Grind City Media fans. Special discount code for up to 30% off select Grizzlies tickets just by using the promo code GCMFan. That means ticket prices for the upcoming Jazz game, you can get them for as low as $23. Head over to grizzgroups.com/GCM and lock in your discounted seats. That's grizzgroups.com/GCM. Don't miss out. Tickets available right now. Let's do carryout.
It's time for GP's Carryout. One final segment filled with stuff to take with you. It's not everything you need to know, but it's most of it. What did we miss today?
Well, in the NFL, I guess the big headline of the past 24 hours is that Rashee Rice in Kansas City seems like he's a bad fella. You read the details in this?
No. What's going on?
Oh, I don't think it's anything we should be talking about. But it sounds like he wasn't the best boyfriend in the world. And there's some thought that the Chiefs are going to have to do something about this because the allegations from his ex-girlfriend they're ugly. I'll let you read about it on your own time, Bennett. Perhaps I shouldn't even have brought that up.
What's today's biggest game?
Let's see how much you care about your alma mater.
Okay.
Let's see how Blue Crew you were. 6 o'clock, Yingling Center. ESPN2, Memphis at South Florida. The Bulls, 8.5-point favorites. The total's 160.5. How you gonna act?
Maybe I'll enjoy Yingling while I watch. 8.5. Give me the Tigers. I mean, come on, dude.
It's a big number. That's a big number.
South Florida, whatever. They're not some world beater. It's South Florida. I know we're not having a good year, but 8.5? Come on. Desperation time.
It's desperation time.
Yeah. Let's go
right.
win. Let's go win.
Man, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, we kicked off the malcontent. Like let's
kicked off malcontent. We've labeled him the malcontent.
No, let's.
All right.
Let's get good.
Hassan's gone. Everything's fixed now. Hassan's gone.
I hope so. I hope so.
I hope so too, man. I hope so too.
8.5 is disrespectful.
I think so too. Bennett said take the 8.5. Tip 6 o'clock ESPN 2.
What are we watching on TV?
Let's just watch the Olympics in prime time. I'm looking forward to that.
I have been. Yes.
I every time at home, that's now all I want to do. I just want to watch the Olympics in prime time. I finally reached the point as an aging American where I just want to go watch tape delay Olympics in prime time. I didn't think I'd get here, but here I am.
If you would like an update, we're gaining ground on Italy. We are within 1 medal. They have 26 total medals. We have 25. Norway's running away with 34, but we are right there. And I believe that we take on Italy in an event coming up soon. So I was looking to see if I got anything from today. No, I don't. Anyways. Yeah, we're gonna pass them. We're gonna pass Italy. I'm confident. We will be in second place in medal count in these Olympics.
All right. I hope you're right. Either way, tonight I plan to settle in front of the television and watch tape delay Winter Olympic competitions in sports that I don't understand with participants that I'm unfamiliar with, and yet somehow I'll be excited about it. Somehow I'll enjoy it.
It's looking like we're on a crash course to potentially face Canada in the gold medal game of men's hockey, which would be awesome.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah,
I'll be there. I'm fired up. 7 o'clock tonight, NBC.
What's the best thing we've read?
I updated the top 25 and won. UConn took a quad 3 loss last night at home to Creighton. Oh man, I felt sick. Emeka Okafor, the UConn legend. You know, he's my coworker.
Yeah, I knew
my
that.
colleague. So I was working in studio Tuesday night with Emeka Okafor. And on Wednesday night, he was getting his jersey retired at UConn.
That's cool.
By the way, do you know this? There are only 3 men's jerseys retired at UConn.
Okay.
Rip Hamilton, Ray Allen, and now Emeka Okafor. That's it.
I bet I would have guessed that.
But
you should have let me guess there. I would have gotten that right.
Maybe, but how is there only 3?
I know,
UConn?
dude. And all the players they put in the league. Yeah.
They have 6 national championships and 3 retired jerseys. Memphis has 0 national championships and lots of retired jerseys.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of wild. I was like, why did they take this long to retire a jersey? He's like, I don't know. I was like, what about Kemba? He's like, I don't know. So anyway, awesome night for Emeka. He takes the whole family at Gamble. It was very sweet. And then they lost the game, quad 3 loss. Anyway, I wrote about all the awesome freshmen in college basketball that were on display last night. This is why franchises are tanking. You can read that CBSSports.com.
What's on tap for tomorrow?
Tomorrow will be Friday. I'll be back in studio in Memphis. We'll get you ready for Grizz Jazz. We will look back at Memphis USF. Jessica Benson will join me in studio. Should be a fun show. Looking forward to it already. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll try to enjoy mine. Meet back here tomorrow at 10. Till then, be careful, be kind, be good. Rep your hood.